Welcome back to another Bazaar video in the Final Fight series. Today we have Dooley up against Pig. We're on 9 wins as usual, and we're all out of lives. This is our last chance to get the win. We've got a fairly typical burn build today, featuring the Ignition Core. It's got a deadly enchantment, so it's going to crit fairly regularly. We've got the Solar Farm next to it, which randomly got given the Shiny enchantment, so it's going to multicast. And this is going to mean all our items are going to be permanently hasted throughout the fight. We're also going to be getting quite a bit of regen from this going off so much. We've got the Omega Ray that's increasing the amount of burn our burn items have. We've got the Bomb Squad just purely there just to give the Soldering Gun multicast. The Soldering Gun also has been given a Poison enchantment, so that's going to be relevant for some of our skills when I talk through skills. The Duct Tape is acting again to help give the Soldering Gun multicast. It's also shiny, so it's going to multicast as well, and it's going to be giving us some shielding from the Soldering Gun and the Induction Aegis going off. And the Induction Aegis is just another small burn item that I chucked in there in the end. It'll give us a little bit of shielding. Obviously, a bronze item, it's still pretty weak, but all you really need is burn on the items, and they will turn into useful items in the long run. And this one only has a 3.7 second cooldown, so it's pretty fast. We've managed to pick up the shielding before the fight starts, so that might come in handy depending on what we're up against. And then in terms of skills, so when we use our Solar Farm for the first time, we're going to get 30% shielding. We're going to haste our Soldering Gun at the start of the fight, which is going to be handy in kicking this off extra early into the fight. Get a little bit more burn over time with Conflagration. Now, the Soldering Gun is going to also be giving all our items crit chance every time it activates, so this is going to quickly ramp up our crit chance, which should be good. We've got some more cooldown from Buddy System. This one's completely useless because we don't have any weapons at all. That one upgraded the core. We've got Corrosive Toxin, so the Soldering Gun is also going to remove 3 damage off all the enemy weapons every time it activates, so 9 damage per 3 multicasts, which is hopefully going to be good. Would have been nice to maybe get another item with poison to help with that, but fingers crossed. If it's maybe a build with a lot of weapons, we'll knock an awful lot of their damage off with this. And then the last skills, we've just got some freeze. So we're going to freeze when we haste for the first time, freeze when we burn for the first time, and freeze when we slow for the first time. So we're up against Pig. Generally that means large hitting items, but maybe a bit slower, or some ridiculous infinite combo that is just unbeatable. Don't know how we'll go. They tend to have a large health pool, but with the burn stacking up, once it gets sort of to a critical point, it cuts through their health pretty quick. So yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, but let's get it going. See if I can get the 10 wins. At least this time it can't be another crow's nest build. So I'm saying that would be funny if it was a pig with a crow's nest somehow. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Hopefully we can get the 10 wins. We're on a little bit of a losing streak at the moment, so let's try and turn this around with this burn build. And yeah, see if we can make some pork crackling. Alright, it's a very buff pig. Let's see what we can do. We've only got 2 skills. They have a gigantic claw. Interesting. Shielding for 3,000. That's also kind of interesting. Oh god. You have to kill them pretty quick. Oh, that was close. I was dead next time that went off. That was within about a fraction of a second of losing. Wow, okay. Whew. Didn't make it easy. Alright, so glad to get to 10 wins, glad to break the losing streak. It would have been nice for it to be a little bit more convincing. We were roughly, I'm going to say, a quarter of a second from dying then from that giant crab claw. And when the fight started, I thought we'd be home easily, but it wasn't to be. I have a thing with these burn builds. I always look at them and think they're going to be really amazing, and then when fights start, I'll lose and then go, how on earth did that happen? So, and I don't know exactly what it is. It could be based on the amount of shielding that the opponents have and not being able to punch through that. You know, other burn builds, I try and put in something like a rocket launcher or a plasma rifle to get through the shielding, so the burn really gets a chance to tick. But it could just be that you know, burn is just a little bit mediocre unless you have something totally broken like a flamethrower that's been buffed up to hundreds of damage. So, I don't know. But anyway, I'm waffling now. Happy to get the 10 wins. I think I wouldn't necessarily recommend going with burn all the time if you want to hit 10 wins a lot, but it's a bit of fun. It's a bit of a change. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. But thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.